When you hear the name Timbuktu, what comes to mind? For many people today, it's a distant, almost mythical place, used as a synonym for the middle of nowhere. But centuries ago, Timbuktu was not nowhere. It was the heart of everywhere. It was a city of scholars, of trade, of faith, and of dreams. A place where books were worth more than gold, and where knowledge flowed across deserts and seas. This is the untold story of Timbuktu, Africa's ancient city of knowledge. Welcome to Echoes of Africa, the home of forgotten voices and timeless legacies. Together, we uncover the greatness of Africa's past to inspire the future. Let's step back in time. It's the 14th and 15th centuries, the golden age of the Mali Empire. Trade caravans crisscrossed the Sahara, bringing salt, gold, ivory, and more. But beyond goods, something greater traveled those roads: ideas. And Timbuktu became the gateway. This city rose as a beacon of learning under leaders like Mansa Musa and his successors. Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca brought architects, teachers, and visionaries back with him. And where did many of them end up? In Timbuktu. At its height, Timbuktu was home to tens of thousands of people. Imagine dusty streets alive with scholars debating astronomy, mathematics, law, and medicine. Imagine libraries overflowing with handwritten manuscripts, thousands upon thousands of them, each one a treasure of knowledge. One of the crown jewels of Timbuktu was the University of Sankore. Don't picture a modern campus with glass towers. Picture open courtyards, clay walls, and the hum of eager minds. Students came from all across North Africa and beyond to study under brilliant teachers. Some studied for over a decade before becoming scholars themselves. Knowledge wasn't locked away. It was alive, it was shared, and it was celebrated. For Timbuktu, books were wealth. A single manuscript could be more valuable than gold or salt. Imagine a culture where people prized wisdom above all else. That was Timbuktu. But Timbuktu wasn't just about books. It was also a hub of trade and culture. Merchants from across Africa, the Middle East, and even parts of Europe came through its markets. The city became a melting pot, blending traditions, languages, and innovations. Faith and learning went hand in hand. Mosques were not only places of prayer but centers of community and study. Yet, like all great civilizations, Timbuktu faced challenges. In the 16th century, invasions and shifting trade routes weakened its position. The Moroccan army captured the city in 1591, and slowly, its golden age began to fade. But even in decline, the manuscripts, the knowledge, and the stories survived. Hidden away in families, protected in private collections, and passed down through generations, they refused to die. And here's the powerful truth: Timbuktu's legacy still speaks to us today. At a time when much of the world was in darkness, Africa had a city that rivaled the greatest centers of learning on earth. Timbuktu reminds us that Africa was not waiting for the world to bring civilization, it was already leading the way. What lessons can we take from Timbuktu? First, that true wealth is not what we store in banks or treasure chests, it's what we pass on through knowledge. Gold can fade, but wisdom lights the path for centuries. Second, that Africa's history is far richer and deeper than the stories we're often told. Timbuktu shatters the myth of a continent without knowledge. It shows us that Africa has always been a source of brilliance. And third, that we too have a responsibility. Just like the families who risked everything to preserve Timbuktu's manuscripts, we must preserve and share the knowledge we have today, for our children and for the world. So the next time you hear Timbuktu used as a joke, remember this: Timbuktu was never the middle of nowhere. It was the center of learning, the jewel of Africa, and a reminder that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all. And that's why the story of Timbuktu will forever echo in history, not as a forgotten city, but as a lighthouse of wisdom that still shines across time. If you enjoyed this journey into Africa's golden past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to know the truth. Because here, on Echoes of Africa, we don't just tell stories, we awaken them. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge because it's the wealth that never runs out.